Good morning. Oh, last night I slept really good, just not long enough. But that's okay. At least I was able to get some good sleep. And then I woke up today. The weather, so much better. Holy cow. It's like 8 right now because I was able to sleep in until like 7. So it's 8 and the weather feels perfect, and there's a breeze, and so that is very exciting. So yeah, the next water source, well, it's like 3.5 miles until the cutoff, and then there's like 1 mile down to the water, so like 4.5 in total, which is good, because I'm once again running low on water. But I have enough to be able to hike there. I just had to have like a dry breakfast today. I don't know how people do dry breakfasts. Man, my stomach hurts. I did not want to eat any of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want my oatmeal either. I don't want anything. Oh, yeah. Anyways, I made myself laugh this morning because I was just so grumpy. So I was just letting my thoughts just I don't know, be. And I was like, I think I hate the outdoors. I'm not enjoying this, and this sucks. Which, obviously, I love the outdoors, and, the sucky part is, a whole element of it. But I just thought it was funny that I was like, I hate everything. Everything sucks. But that's okay. Once we get to the next water source, then I'll kind of figure out what to do from there. I think it'll depend too on how I'm feeling, hydration wise, because I don't want to dry camp again if I'm dehydrated, and I feel like I could be getting dehydrated again. So I definitely want to rehydrate. So I don't know. We'll figure out what to do once we get there. We just got to get there. So I'm just going to do some yoga and then put my tent away, and we're good to go. But I just want to lay down and fall asleep. Anyways, wish me luck. Water. Yay. Ooh. Okay. They're like my babies. Oh, I'm having a long day. I had to hike down to this water source, which is like a mile down, like super steep and really exposed. So I was not feeling good. Thankfully, I was able to drop all my stuff at a campsite before, so then my pack was like really empty, which was nice. But I went the wrong way, so then I added like an extra half a mile. Then I got here to this water source, which there's a beautiful tree. But then the water source was hard to find. Took me forever to find it. And when I finally did it, like shot all over me and all my gear. And then now I think I just saw in the tree across from me, I think I just saw a cougar climb it. So I'm just having a great day. So I got my pepper spray and my trekking poles and I went over to see it, but I couldn't see it again. But it was like a big, like, cat looking thing that was like brown that climbed the tree. And it was like super big and rustly. So I'm like, I think it was a mountain lion, especially because I think there was a comment saying that somebody scared off a mountain lion in this area. So I'm tired. I just want to nap and like not have to think, you know? It's like every second I'm having to think right now. So I was trying to decide if I would keep going today, or because I'm feeling really dehydrated again and kind of sick, like not sick like sick, but like my health, like I'm just like wiped out. So I might even just camp at that spot that I left my stuff at. I don't know. First we got to get a mile back up the hill too, but I think I'm gonna I just keep seeing stuff. But I think I'm gonna filter my water. I was gonna do lunch here, but I feel like maybe with my new friend, maybe I should go back up and do lunch up there. But anyways, look at this beautiful water, and it's cold. Let's just pretend that I'm not in danger by 5 million things. I found a quail and her babies. Oh my goodness. Dude, there might be a cougar in the area. Get your kids and run. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy cow, there's so many. Oh, oh my goodness. Water. Yay. Hello. I changed my mind. Since Mr. Cougar, I haven't seen him since, and there's been like squirrels running in that tree, so I know he's at least not in that tree specifically. I think he just probably ran away. If it was even a cougar, it looked like it, but I didn't get that good of a look at it. And unfortunately, I think it's probably more dangerous if I try to hike without lunch than if I eat lunch with a cougar nearby. Because even just walking down that way, it was so exposed and my stomach was empty, and I was like, ooh, like I was starting to feel like I was gonna get like the esophagus spasms and stomach migraine like I got that one time like in Mission Creek section. So I was able to eat some snacks while I hiked down, but I didn't have any water left, so I couldn't drink water. I had to just go, like, keep going. So that was not a great situation. So anyways, now I'm gonna like, I cooked my lunch with water, and then I've got my electrolytes and I've got water, so I'm gonna like chug as much as I can too. and then be able to fill up, so then I don't have to come back here, and that gives me the option to dry camp tonight. Oh, I hate dry camping, but we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it later after my ramen. Oh, I made it back to my stuff. Holy cow, that was hard. The uphill was tough on the way back, and then I got kind of sick again, like kind of same as I did on the way down, where I had to stop in the shade and eat some more food. I think I chugged too much water. I know that I usually have an issue if I mean, you're not supposed to drink too much water, especially when you're dehydrated super fast. But I was mostly drinking electrolytes and thought with the food that it would be fine. But then the uphill kicked my booty. So yeah, I thought that I was gonna go at least another 3 miles. But I'm making the executive decision not to, even though I want to. And now it's cloudy and like perfect hiking weather, but just doing that little bit of uphill, I was like, ooh, my body is not feeling it. So that's not worth pushing, and it's not safe even. So I've got my nice campground. I've got a full water carry right now, which I won't have to carry hiking, but at least that way I've got plenty of water to drink for tonight and to cook with today and tomorrow, because the next water's in like 9 miles, so doable. Oh, this section, it's gonna kill me. But I'm just gonna go slow and steady. So I think steps wise I've gone like over 8 miles or so, so still like a decent day. But on the PCT I think I've only gone how many is it, like 3.5. But that doesn't matter. I've got water, I'm safe and sound. That's all that matters, and it's starting to cool off, so yay. And it'll be even cooler tomorrow, so then I'm hoping that tomorrow I won't even have to take a siesta. Maybe I could get some more hiking hours, but who knows. I'm just gonna set up my camp so I can lay down and just not exist. Great news. Look at that. Oh, Cal, I love my pack. I've had her for years. Oh, dang, that stinks. Also, a huge spider that just like crawled down there, and it looked like it could be venomous. So, having a great time. I love the outdoors, and I love everything. Oh, I look like I've been crying. I haven't. I just have been yawning. You know I would tell you if I was crying. But I was gonna say, I just had a little victory. And it made me laugh because it's such like a trail victory. But my victory is that I just happened to roll over and see the big scary spider crawl out of my pack. Oh, which is so great because I tried to get him out earlier, but he crawled like inside like the netting to where I couldn't see him and I couldn't tell where he was. So I was like, that's a later problem. I'll deal with that later. And I just happened to look over right as he was crawling out, and he ran away. That's such like, that's a fun little mental relief gift. So, yay. I won't have at least one spider in my bag. My bag is still broken though. Later problem. Maybe he'll come back with more spider friends and they'll fix it for me. You never know. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Mwah. Hey, dude. What are you doing? Okay, I think I at least fixed my pack for now. I'll definitely probably still have to get a new one, but I'm a genius. Let me show you what I did. Okay, so it was sticking out and I was like, that's gonna poke me in the back. So I was able to cut, I couldn't push it to get it back in, like to the spot it's supposed to be at, but I was able to cut the trimming and then cut a hole into the foam and then like stick it down into the foam. And then I have some super glue, so I was able to super glue it together. So super professional, and I definitely don't think it will hold very long, but at least it's temporary solution. Sorry, I just figured out that I guess it looks like the entire like frame like snapped. I thought that it just like that was the end of the frame and it poked out, but it looks, I can tell that the boning goes further down, so it looks like somehow maybe when I drop my pack somewhere, the like boning piece just like snapped in half. Just lovely, but that's okay, we'll figure it out. I'm a little mender on trail now, aren't I? Basically can fix anything. Just kidding. That's probably gonna stab me in the back in approximately tomorrow. Good morning. I slept pretty good last night. I woke up around like 6:30, which is kind of when I normally get up, but I was like, I need more sleep. So I slept until like 8-ish, I think, a little before 8. And so now it's just a little bit before 9. I'm just filtering my water and I'll do some yoga. I had breakfast and I packed up most of my stuff and then we'll head out. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna feel today, but we'll just take it slow and steady. Next water's in 9 miles and I should have plenty to get there, but I definitely would like to get there if possible today so that I can quit this dry camping because it's driving me nuts. And once I make it to the next water, then there's quite a few water sources for the next day or so. So anyways, I'm very tired still, even after I slept in, but it's okay. Once I get hiking, I'll just go slow and steady and take breaks and we'll figure it out from there. I am not having a good time. I'm on the verge of a breakdown. I've only gone a little over half a mile and it was torture because my pack, it was just stabbing me. That's not blood, that's just, so I had to make sure. Losing my mind. So I had a little sponge thing for my sewing kit to like put the needles in. So I super glued that on. I accidentally super glued some of the sponge to my fingers, so that feels great. Yeah, I don't know. I saw that once I make it to the water, which is in 9 miles, then there is like a road that could lead up to Lake Isabella, which is where I'm eventually trying to go to. So maybe if I had service, I could call a ride there or something, or at least I'll be by water while I figure something out. So I'm hoping that my little sponge thing will help my back enough to get through 9 miles, because it hurt. I don't know, I'm like, I just want to cry, but I'm like kind of too tired too, and everything sucks. So, nature's making me get real creative though, trying to figure out how to fix these problems. So we'll see. Hopefully that sponge will work, and then once the sponge wears out, then we can start ripping apart my bandana and gluing it there as padding. So, why hello. Well, I made it up the mountain. So now I'm going back down to the pass of the next mountain. But I'm really proud of myself because I've been doing it with my pack. The sponge, she is trying her hardest. And, you know, it got me up the pass, so sure, we'll say it's working. My back definitely does still hurt, but that's okay. And then I ran into Strider, who's one of my friends. I don't remember where we first met, but then I ran into him at the grocery store in Tehachapi. And so then I just ran into him again. And oh my gosh, he's so like bubbly and happy. So that really helped. And then when I got over the mountain, I dropped down into this pretty like pine area, and it smells like pine trees. And that makes me feel great. So, dang, I'm still out of breath though. But I love the smell of pine trees. That makes me feel like home. So that's helping for right now. Anyways, last I checked, which was when I was still going uphill, we have 7.5 miles to water. So now we probably have less than 7 or so. So we're making progress, and I'm feeling better overall. It's still very hot, so taking breaks to hydrate up. But anyways, God, this section, it's tough. I found a tree, and it's making me very happy. I'm eating some snacks. Yeah, I'm feeling actually really proud of myself. I feel like a little 180 from earlier. I'm not quite as on the verge of a mental breakdown anymore, especially since I was able to make it up and over that pass with the backpack. That made me feel a lot more confident that I'll be fine either until I get to town or until I get to a road where I can hitch. Yeah, so we have less than 6 miles to water, which is awesome. And then we'll kind of see from there, because if I'm able to push further than that, even if not today, even if tomorrow, there's definitely some better hitch options, I think. So we'll kind of see how we're feeling. But anyways, for now, I'm feeling happy, and I'm just trying to rest and recover with the tree and the shade. Low down section. Oh man, I'm out of breath. There's been a lot. I found a tree to sit in. Yeah. 600 miles, baby. Ooh, I found a big guy. Hey, hey, hey. He's so big. Ugh. Bye. These weird bugs have been all over in this section. This one just flew into my head. What are you? I don't know, you look weird. Hello, hello. Oh, I think I'm right around 2 miles or a little bit less until the water. Yay! It's getting close to 5. So I stopped at the base of like this kind of hill that I'm going up for a while, but I had passed a guy who was super dehydrated, very, very, very dehydrated, like not good. So Thankfully, he passed me again, so I was able to stop him and give him some water. But still, it was like not enough because I barely have any water. So he's thinking about maybe getting off trail to, I think, recover. And that would be the same road that I had looked at this morning after the water. So then I could go with him and get a new pack. So, especially because it's still digging into me. Like, I've still been able to do it, but I don't know if it's like a smart move, especially if I have somebody else who's leaving, to be like, no, thank you. I'm gonna stick with the pack that's stabbing me for another like 50 plus miles. So, and if we don't go at that road, then it's like, I don't know, I think he said 18 or 19 miles until the next road that we could get off at. So I think we're gonna try and do that. I don't know if we would leave tonight or probably tomorrow. I don't know that any trail angels could get us tonight. So anyways, he's behind me going slow and steady, but I'm just trying to get to water, and then we'll figure out what to do from there. Maybe I'll get some water and hike it down to him too. So anyways, crazy plans, and my glasses are driving me nuts. But we'll figure it out. But at least I'm almost to the water and the road. Yay! Hello. You can clearly tell that it is future Lannea here, but I thought I would pop in and do a little explanation because I wasn't able to kind of film an update for a while. So basically I was able to get to camp, get to water, which was good, and then me and the dehydrated guy were able to kind of figure out that we had a trail angel coming for the next day at like 10 a.m. to come pick us up, which was like a little less than half a mile away from where we were. But then in the morning, unfortunately, the guy, his health declined pretty fast. He was just so dehydrated and definitely needed some quick, like, emergency help. So, I was able to call 911 and get search and rescue on the way. So they sent a helicopter, and then we had to flag him down, and then they were able to take him up into the helicopter and fly him to the hospital. So that was good. He's doing all good now. I think we caught it at a good time, so he didn't have any like serious like issues from it. But yeah, that was a pretty intense morning to have. Thankfully, Strider was at the same camp. I didn't know that he was at camp until the morning. So Strider was at the same camp, and he was such a big help. So he was able to help me. He like had all the coordinates pulled up like while I was on 911, so we could get some help for the guy. And so yeah, crazy stressful, but just really glad that I was there and glad that he's doing better now. But then after that, we still had the trail angel coming, and Strider also needed to get off trail for some blisters to rest up, and I still wanted to get off trail for my pack. So thankfully the trail angel was able to take both Strider and I down to Tehachapi. So yeah, anyways, there's a couple clips, so I'll just include some of the Tehachapi clips, but then I'll be back to explain a little bit more. Stritter, smile. Back at Tehachapi. Yay! I just took off my pack. Ow. Yeah, good thing I'm not still hiking today. Yay! You told me there would be fun lights. I am having a blast. Alrighty, say bye to the hair. Gonna shave it off today. Back at my favorite place. Hello again. So yes, I am in Tehachapi again. I have been here quite a while. So today is Sunday, and Strider and I have been here since Tuesday. So definitely a hot second that I've been here, but I have a new pack and some other gear things arriving here, and I'll be able to pick them up on Monday. And then I've been able to refill some prescriptions. So just doing lots of chore stuff like that, and relaxing. And it's been fun to have Strider here because we've been able to kind of tag team the chores, or like we got haircuts together, and there's a movie theater here, so we might go to a movie, and we've been able to just like kind of be buddies throughout this whole trip, which has been really nice because otherwise it'd be pretty lonely to be stuck here for so long. Anyways, I thought I would update you because I don't think that I've updated you now that I've gotten this far in the trail. But when I got on trail, I had the original plan to hike pretty much up until Walker Pass, which is about 50 miles past where I ended up getting. That was where I was intending to finish my section, but I had to get off early by like 50 miles. But I was already intending on pretty much finishing the Southern California section at Walker Pass and then skipping. So we're doing some flip-flopping, so I'm not going directly through. And I wanted to do this for a couple reasons. First of all, the snow in the Sierras. It's doable, and I know that there are some people who are doing it now, but it does add kind of some extra danger to it and time, and I've done plenty of snow hiking, and I feel like I don't need that in my life right now. So I didn't have the desire to do the Sierras during like full snow season. And then also flipping up to Northern California, it's probably still going to be a little bit drier, so then we can finish that before it gets a little bit too hot. Or not too hot, but hotter than it is now. And it kind of allows me more time in each section in what I would consider to be their peak times. So hopefully that will get me to be able to kind of do at least some of Oregon too during like wildflower season. And then anyways, I'm not sure exactly the plan yet, like timelines and stuff, but basically what's going to happen, I'm going to flip up to Northern California. We're going to keep hiking Northern California, possibly into Oregon too, and then we'll skip back down to the Sierras, probably like late July-ish, or sometime in July or August, and then we're going to hike the Sierra section with my mom. So that'll be super nice. Hike the Sierra section, then I'll flip up to wherever I left off and continue from there. So anyways, that's the plan. So that's another reason why I'm staying so long in Tehachapi right now, is because I'm kind of I had planned to make it to Lake Isabella and get off there and do all my chores there, but it was easier and more convenient, and like it just made a lot more sense to come to Tehachapi to kind of get all the chores done. But I still have some packages in Lake Isabella that I'm not able to, that's been a whole kind of nightmare thing, so I haven't been able to get them here. So there's just quite a few things that are still up in the air, so I'll probably have to stay for just a little bit longer, but that's okay. I kind of already planned for it because I knew I was going to be switching sections. So we're going to be switching up to a section where there's not a lot of people though, because most people are just going straight through the PCT, so we're going to be flipping up. So it's going to be probably a lot more like decision making, and there's not going to be as many comments on far out and my navigation for water sources, things like that, but we'll figure it out just fine. I'm kind of excited for the adventure and for the challenge, but yeah. Crazy. I can't believe I made it through like pretty much all of the Southern California section. Especially that last section was so incredibly tough. It was definitely what I would consider the toughest and the most dangerous section for me so far on trail. So I'm just really proud that I was able to make it here, and that it's really nice that Strider's here to hang out with him, and then also that we were able to get that guy the help so that he could get rehydrated again. So doing good, but those are the updates. Crazy. I can't believe it. Thanks for sticking around so long already, but we're definitely not done yet. So yeah, love you guys. Mwah!